Bees, spiders, and ants. We have a horrible one today, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. Hope you're not eating any bananas, because here are the top 10 venomous bites that will make you hallucinate your worst nightmares. Please don't eat for this video. Let's do it. Kicking off the list at number 10, the brown recluse spider. Okay, we're gonna start this off on an awful note. The brown recluse spider, its bite will not give you the same abilities as Spider-Man, believe it or not, but I'll tell you what will happen. Its venom will literally kill your skin tissue. It's super rare that this happens after a spider bite. It's called necrotic arachnidism. Out of thousands of spiders, the brown recluse is the only one that can do this. Terrifying, that's so scary. Back in 2013, this woman got bit by a brown recluse and her ear turned black. The skin started to die and just literally crumble off, like Thanos just snapped away part of her earlobe. She had to get cartilage from her ribs removed just to restore that missing tissue. Another woman as well, this time from Virginia, was also bitten by a brown recluse spider while on a kayak trip. The venom made her hallucinate. See, she didn't even realize she was being transported hospital to hospital. She thought she was at home the entire time. This venom was just playing with her mind. If you live in North America, it's better to just avoid any big brown spider. Got that, Chris? Cool. Next. Number 9, the western yellow jacket. The wasp that eats animal flesh. Great. Again, these horrible creatures are also found in North America, so I'm never going outside again. I'm just gonna sleep in the studio. They're known as one of the most aggressive when it comes to stinging insects. Once that venom gets in your blood, it feels hot almost. Your throat immediately begins to tighten, you get dizzy, you feel nauseous, all that good stuff. The western yellow jacket is one of 17 different species and it's considered the most dangerous. We'll find that one buzzing around mostly in, as its name hints towards, western United States. So if you live over there, move. Heads up. Number 8, the Brazilian wandering spider. This next one hits pretty hard. Its bite can give you an erection that lasts hours. Cialis, ask your doctor. Its bite, of course, is gonna hurt. You're gonna be sweating, blood pressure will increase, it's horrible, but the most intriguing part of the Brazilian wandering spider is that side effect that makes your They're also known as banana spiders. Guess I can't eat bananas anymore. These little guys have been listed as the world's most venomous spider in a handful of years in the Guinness Book of World Records. Any creature in the Guinness Book of World Records, I'm like, that's no. I don't care what you do, just no. Too big, too small, too fat, too venomous, bye. If its name didn't already tip you off, these things can be found in Brazil. There's 8 different kinds of wandering spiders. Avoid all of them. Deal. Science is quite interesting here because they're trying to create the next Viagra using the spider's venom. The odd future is here. There we go. Number 7, brood X cicadas. Hold on to your butts for this one. This past year, billions of cicadas came from the ground all over the United States for the first time in 17 years. That's why when you're walking around, you hear that. That's them, all day long, just you can't see them, but you can hear them everywhere you go. Horrible. Thing is, they just happen to be born with a fungus made of the same chemical found in magic mushrooms. So they didn't have a great time, or maybe they did, I really don't know, there's no way to tell. It's probably a horrible time. This fungus ate away at their bodies, so much so that their butts literally fell off. Their asses fell off their bodies. That's the worst thing I can hear. Because white spores are pushing them out. That was the thing. The mushrooms would grow and everything would grow inside them and they would just go whoop and pop like gross popcorn. Ew, never eating popcorn again. They're calling this a zombie virus for bugs. The term is Massosporia. These poor things just want to mate and move on, but now both males and females are making cicada catcalls, so the whole system is just ruined because their brains are all over the place. These cicadas aren't a threat to humans, but their tragic summer of 2021 is definitely worth mentioning on a list like this. Number 6, bullet ant. They're nicknamed bullet ants because their bites feel like a bullet wound. That's a promising start. Also referred to as Paraponera clavata, which sounds like a amazing drink that you would get in some tropical Hawaiian vacation. The bullet ant is commonly found in tropical rainforests in Central and South America. Their sting is considered the most powerful in the world, and its effects can last a whopping 24 hours. Another fun nickname for them is the 24-hour ant. And it's not because they like building shit overnight, it's because this is gonna suck for 24 hours. They're also the world's largest ant too, so you really should see it coming, worst case Ontario. These guys get you in a colony though, well, there's a good chance you won't survive. See, its venom is so powerful, it's being studied for its use as a pesticide. So we're sacrificing ants to further their research on how to sacrifice more ants. That's a weird system we got, but I'll take it. There's actually an indigenous Amazonian tribe in Brazil, and they use bullet ant stings to become a warrior. It's like their initiation. They have to keep a straight face the entire time. I can't even keep it together when I pull a hangnail, let alone this ant. No thanks. Number 5. Tarantula hawk wasp. There's a name right there. Oh my god. The tarantula hawk wasp is massive. The thing looks like a toy helicopter or like a drone coming at you. It's very obvious, very alarming. They hunt down tarantulas, if that wasn't obvious in their name. They're big and oddly enough, they're blue. Yeah, they have bright orange wings, long legs, and their bodies reach about 2 inches long, which is terrible. They're found all over the world except for Europe. So if you're watching this and you're from the European area, enjoy. Go outside and enjoy some fresh air. You cannot live in fear. It must be nice. They're most commonly found, ready for this, the Grand Canyon. They hang out there, enjoy the sights, and just eat tarantulas all day long. It has one of the worst stings on the planet. Its pain was described as instantly debilitating. Bullet ant stings can last 24 hours. These ones only last 5 minutes. But it's ranked as the highest on the pain index. I'm not sure which one I'd rather, to be honest. Horrible and long or unbearable and short? Let us know in the comments down below. Number 4, the inland taipan snake. In our deadliest substances videos, we mentioned a snake or two, but nothing compares to the bite of an inland taipan snake. Of course, it's commonly found in Australia, as are most things from our nightmares, and it was first seen in 1879, but then it oddly disappeared for about 100 years. Come 1972, it was rediscovered again. That poor soul who found it. This is by far the most toxic snake out there, even more so than sea snakes. See, when tested on a human heart, its venom did the most damage out of any reptile. It's not known as the deadliest snake in the world because in such a remote location, and considering human deaths per year, the stats just can't compare. But its venom can kill about 100 human beings in just one. Big nope for me. Next, number 3, Indian red scorpion. Scorpions are underrated. These things are like lobsters mixed with snakes, mixed with spiders, mixed with the devil. If you live in a place that has scorpions, I'm so sorry. Also, keep your head up, please. Indian red scorpions are of course found in India, but they're also found in Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. They're the most venomous out of the entire species. The fatality rate is around 40% if you get hit by one of these. You'll know if it's an Indian red scorpion bite because you'll start to sweat like crazy. You'll throw up, you'll start convulsing, and most likely your body will just shut down and you'll pass out within minutes. Their venom is potentially groundbreaking as well. See, scientists are figuring out a way to fight cancer with it. You just have to, fence the thing first and then study it. Stay very far away from these. Number 2, the Mexican beaded lizard. This little licky dude looks cute, but he's actually the devil in disguise as well. The Mexican beaded lizard is one of the only venomous lizards out there. These and the Gila monster, both great names. Found in Mexico and Guatemala are thousands of these fork-tongued freaks. Only a few humans in history have met their fate because of these lizards, and even if they do bite you, it's rare that you'll die from it, which is a good sign. I think. Still scary, but a good sign. They're fascinating creatures. They store their poisonous saliva in their jaw glands, and due to their rapid decline in numbers, both Mexico and Guatemala have put in place these laws to protect these lizards. So if you see them, just leave them alone. You don't need to blast them or kill them. Just go away. They're dying. Leave. And finally, coming in at number 1, black widow spider. We've all heard about this one, but just how bad is her bite? Well, she does more than bite. The black widow is not only extremely painful, but it's incredibly toxic. At first, you may not even feel anything or realize you got bit. You might think you were hit by a mosquito, if anything. Slight irritation of the skin, nothing too bad, but an hour later, you'll be confused, dizzy, nauseous. Your breathing will become more difficult, all because of this little thing. Male black widows are much smaller and contain much less venom than the female. A fact you may have heard about this spider already is that the female black widow actually begins eating the male while they're getting it on. This is called Latrodectus mirabilis, and it's now the scariest thing I've ever heard of. If you do get bit, just take it slow, breathe, because we do have antivenom for this bite. We'll finish on a nice positive note. Those are just 10 venomous bites that will make you hallucinate your worst nightmare. But before we wrap up here, I'm going to shout out some comments from Deadliest Substances You Shouldn't Touch Part 3, because that was a wild time. First comment comes from, I'm not going to say their name yet, but they say, "This guy is hilarious and brilliant. Love him." I'm not trying to kiss my own ass here when I say this comment, but this guy's name is literally Jonathan Mayer. How amazing is that? Gravity and slow dancing in a burning room are my favorites. Thank you for watching, John Mayer. Also, release more music. You're great. Second comment comes from Chris Aaron. Taylor, cholla cactus don't really jump, it just seems like they do. That's because the spiny clumps are very loosely attached to the main body of the plant. If you barely brush up against it, the clumps will adhere to your clothes, shoes, or skin, and they hurt like a MF. Probably. I know this because we had a cholla in our yard when we lived in the desert near Phoenix. I finally destroyed it with a propane torch. I hated that loathsome plant. Yeah, burn everything with fire, but also don't. That's a good way to burn your house down, all because of like one spider. I thought about it. I had a can of Axe and a lighter one time, and I was like, maybe not. Flash waters, will do. Thanks for commenting, thanks for watching, you're great. Nicholas Stevenson says, so glad I stay in Scotland and don't have many deadly animals. True, but you also never see the sun. So, you know, maybe fight a kangaroo too, you'll get a tan. I don't know, it's kind of worth it. Thank you for commenting, and for you, thank you for watching. I've been Taylor McWaters, and we'll see you next time on Most Amazing Top 10. Bye!